Hello students and welcome to the second part of the computer control for pollution and noise. Myself Shankho Ghosh, Assistant Professor of Automobile Engineering Department at Dr. Sudhir Chandra Sood Degree Engineering College under the JIS group. Today we discuss on the second part of the computer control for the pollution and noise. This is taken from the module number 3 and the topic is and the title is the vehicle operation and control. And this topic is taken from the subject of modern vehicle technology, and this is the 7th semester of automobile engineering students subject, and the subject code is AUE 704B. This is an elective subject for the 7th semester automobile engineering students. Now, in the previous section, we discussed the computer control for the pollution, and now today we'll discuss the computer control for the noise. The objective of this class, students easily understand about the noise, define the noise, how it is harmful, how various types of method is used to reduce the noise, and elaborately describe the active noise controller and its design. So class, after completing this class, you can easily understand what is noise, why it is so harmful, and how we use what we use in the automobile section, that is ADC, and how it is used, how it is designed, and how it works. So then let's start the today's class, that is second part of the computer control for pollution and noise. So let's noise. The most important component in the automotive sector is the burst phase, is a combustion engine cylinder. The most important component in the automotive sector is the burst phase. The burst phase is a combustion engine cylinder. Since this engine arrived on the scene, engineers have worked on design technique for handling low frequency noise. Power saving techniques have contributed to produce more environmentally friendly vehicle, but the noise persists in the cabin. Reducing the number of cylinder with more effective reducing the more number of cylinder with more efficient and more environmentally friendly engines, which is lower the engine noise frequency and increase the likelihood of a more intense and annoying ride for the passengers. ANC, active noise control technology, takes advantage of the vehicle's audio system to diminish the unwanted noise generated by the engine. To reduce that noise, engineers use active acoustic control, or ANC, to generate noise cancellation signal which are played on loudspeaker in the car's cabin. Now coming to the problem is occurred due to the noise. The automobile as a contributing factor to air pollution has in recent years, which is received widespread attention. Deserving of similar attention in the automobile contribution to another increasing environmental problem, that is noise pollution. Although automobile noise has long been a problem, several reasons explain why it has become more significant today than ever before. Number one, first of all, the modern research in the field of psychology, and the acoustical engineering has revealed that noise of many types, including that made by the automobile, is, in addition to being annoying and depressing, capable of producing a wide range of ill effects in human health and the behavior. These ill effects including a loss of hearing, impaired vision, heart disease, indigestion, allergies, fatigue, insomnia, nervousness, mental illness, and the loss of billion of dollar each year in reduce the worker efficiency. So noise has even been cited as possible cause of death, homosexuality, and the increasing rate of crime, largely through the effects of concerned civic organization. These facts have in recent years been brought to the attention of national, state, and the local government officials, many of whom have shown a sincere interest in abating the problem. So you can see here is the picture of some noise pollution. There is this is a model which looks like a human, which is irritated due to the noise, and the global represent a human which is irritated due to the various kind of noise. It may be vehicular or from the helicopter, it's from the music from the any other vehicle, some others shouted, or any mic or radio music system, etc. After knowing the first proverb, the second verse is the automobile noise. Like other environmental pollutant. Second is automobile noise. Like other environmental pollutants, is cumulative in nature, so that sound made by several individually quiet vehicles may from a loud and menacing noise when operating together in a congested city or the town. This particular aspect of the problem has increased with growing urbanization and a constantly rising number of automobiles in operation. Number 3 is, in addition to a steady rise in automobile noise level, there have been increase in many others. It have been increased the many other environmental noises as well. As a result, the overall noise level the overall noise level of many communities has risen to such an extent that all the major noise contributors, including the automobile, and have become the individual significant. Finally, the increase of importance of automobile noise. The importance of automobile noise is attributable in part to a recent change in the customer taste. So here the two pictures is showing in the noise pollution. Number one is a person is seated inside the vehicle and he is feeling noisy from the vehicle and the surrounding. And the second picture is a man which is irritated due to the surrounding noises, unwanted noises. Now next is effective method. For many years it was thought by nearly all American automobile buyers that the quietest car was necessarily the most efficient and therefore the most desirable to own. As a result, auto manufacturers tried, for the most part at least, to keep their product as quiet as was economically feasible. However, just as the youth explosion of the 60s altered certain markets in the clothing and entertainment industry, it created a new market in the automobile industry for fast and sporty vehicles. To meet the demand, auto manufacturers, in addition to development, styling and handling the improvement and installing the bigger, more powerful engine, have recently engineered so-called high performance exhaust system. This system, although designed in part to place fewer restrictions on the free flow of these exhaust gases and thereby increase the horsepower, are primarily intended to make the car louder and sound more powerful and sound more powerful. Furthermore, instead of Furthermore, instead of conventional type muffler, instead of the conventional type muffler, some of these special systems utilize what are commonly termed as the glass pack. Glass packs. These devices which rapidly disintegrated the use and thereby become even less effective in reducing the engine noise. Somewhat surprisingly, nearly even state presently has at least one statute regulating automobile exhaust noise. The most common provision required that each automobile be equipped and operated with a muffler to prevent excessive or unusual noise. Many jurisdictions require, in addition, that no automobile exhaust system be in any way modified so as it increase the noise made by the original factory installed system. Although the constitutionality of such provision has been consistently upheld by the courts, neither provision is effective in reducing the noise. So, the constitution of such provision has been consistently upheld by the court, and either provision is effective in reduction noise. The value excessive or usual provision is extremely difficult excessive or unusual provision is extremely difficult to enforce. The standard factory equipment provision, while presenting the little difficulty in enforcement, and it fails to regulate the many vehicles that are equipped with unnecessarily loud factory which is installed the exhaust system. Unnecessarily loud factory installed exhaust system. In fact, by limiting the way In fact, by limiting the way in which one can legally operate, one can legally operate a loud sounding vehicle, such provision encourage the manufacturers to produce and charge to produce and charge higher price for the noisy car, higher price for the noisy cars. Two states, California and second one is New York, and the several local communities throughout the country have enacted legislation to supplement their pre-existing noise control law. So two states, number one is California, number two is New York. These two states and the several local communities throughout the country have enacted legislation to supplement their pre-existing noise control laws. These new statutes establish the maximum noise level, and it measured in decibel that no vehicle may exceed. Scientific measurements are made. The scientific measurements are made by the investigating officer. Scientific measurements are made by the investigating officer with an inexpensive instrument that fits comfortably into the palm of the hand. Inherent in these statutes are major difficulties in finding enough time to train the policeman to operate the measuring device and locating suitable area for its operation and it overcoming certain technological problem but for the most part that is based upon the decibel system of noise control are highly advantageous. They are flexible in accordance with overall community noise level, and they set forth a clear and certain standard to facilitate enforcement In addition, such statute can be extended to encompass all types of motor vehicles, including trucks, buses, motorcycles, and noisy foreign and domestic sports cars. So most importantly, perhaps experience has shown that they are capable of prodding manufacturers to produce the quieter car. So most importantly, perhaps experience has shown that they have capable of prodding the manufacturers to produce the quieter cars. In short, statute is based upon the decibel method of noise control offer the most effective and the equitable means yet devised for solving the problematic effect for solving the problematic effects of automobile noise. Other states should follow, and the other state should follow the California and the New York lead in adopting this type of such statutes. Now coming to the next is active noise controller or ANC. Audio sound active control. Audio sound active control is a signal processing methodology. It's a signal processing methodology that reduces the effective sound that reduces the effective sound amplitude to improve the signal to noise ratio, so that unwanted noise is less perceptible. The ANC methodology is also called as or known as audio noise reduction or ANR. ANC or ANR is based on the coherence acoustic that accurately replicate the original sound field in all its form. It uses amplifier, microphone inside the vehicle along with the digital signal processing or DSP to cancel the noise. And the sound can be described as a pressure wave, which is consisting of an amplitude and the phase. So as we can see in the picture, there are the two mic. Number one is noise, so number two is anti-noise, and after that the resultant noise is generated. Basically, ANC is working in this. This is the work nature of the ANC or ANR. That means automotive noise controller or the automotive noise reduction. A noise cancelling system is incorporate. A noise cancelling system is incorporate within an audio device that emits a wave with equal amplitude, but a phase of 180 degree, that is inverted phase, also known as the antiphase of the original wave. The recombination process of the two waves is based on the physical principle is called as the destructive interference. So the recombination process of the two waves is based on the physical principle called the destructive interference. The ANC or audio noise control is achieved by using the mixed signal circuit or DSP, digital signal processing, with a control algorithm to analyze the sounds waveform to generate an amplified antiphase wave to the transducer. Here is a picture of an ANC or audio noise controller. So it's starting from here. This is the input noise. So this is input mic. The input mic comes in the amplifier to the AGC, where AGC means automatic gain controller. AGC means automatic gain controller. It is a closed loop. It is a closed loop feedback regulating circuit in an amplifier or chain of amplifier. The purpose of which is to maintain a suitable signal amplitude at its output, despite the variation of signal amplitude at the input. The average or peak output signal level is used by dynamically adjust the gain of the amplifier, enabling circuit to work satisfactorily with a greater range of input signal level. It is used in most the radio receiver to equalize the average volume of different radio stations, and due to the differences in receive the signal strength as well as the variation in a single station radio signal due to the fading. So without AGC, the sound emitted from an AM radio receiver would vary to an extreme extent for a weak to a strong signal. The AGC effectively reduces the volume if the signal is strong and raised it with it is weaker. In a typical receiver, the AGC feedback control signal is usually taken from the detector stage and applied to control the gain of the IF or the RF amplifier stage. So after getting the amplifier, it will be passed to the audio codec. Basically, audio codec is the compression, is the brain on the microprocessor of this system, and then it is from here it is divided in input mic is divided into two portions. One is going to the DSP and one is going to the amplifier, and those one is going to the amplifier, and through the amplifier it's coming to the next to the speaker, and the another portion which is coming to the DSP. Another portion is coming to the DSP, where DSP means digital signal processor. A digital signal processor or DSP is a specialized microprocessor chip. A microprocessor chip with its architecture optimized for the operational needs of digital signal processing. The DSPs are fabricated on most integrated circuit chips. They are widely used in audio signal processing, telecommunication, digital image processing, radar, sonar, and the speech recognition system, and in most common customer electrical device such as mobile phone, disk drive, and the high definition TV products are used. The goal of the DSP is usually to measure, filter, or compress the continuous real world analog signal. Most general purpose microprocessor can also execute the digital signal processing algorithm successfully, but may not be able to keep up with such processing continuously in the real time. And also dedicated DSPs usually have better power efficiency, but they are more suitable in portable devices such as a mobile phone because of the power constant power consumption constant. The DSP offers a special form architecture that are able to face the multiple data or instruction at the same time. So then basically DSP means the digital signal processing, which is used to measure, filter, or compress the continuous real world signal system. So then after the DSP, it is going to the DAC. DAC means a digital to analog converter. A digital analog converter. In electronics, DAC means digital to analog converter, or DAC, or D/A, or D2A, or D2A is a system that converts a signal, digital signal into an analog signal, an analog to digital analog signal. The DACs are commonly used in the music player to convert the digital data stream into the analog audio signal. They are also used in television and mobile phone to convert the digital video data into the analog video signal, which connect to the screen driver to display the monochrome or the color image. These two applications use DAC at opposite ends of the frequency resolution trade-off. The audio DAC is the low frequency high resolution type, while the video DAC is a high frequency low to medium resolution type. So the DSP, the digital signal processing to also the DAC, that is digital to analog converter, and from there digital to analog converter it is returned to the AGC, or automatic gain changer. It is automatically coming to the AGC, the automatic gain control. Second is error mic. Error mic to connect it with the amplifier, and amplifier is the going to the AGC. AGC to the coming to the audio codec. In audio codec is divided into two portions. One is going to the DSP and another is amplifier. Amplifier to speaker, and those are going for the DSP. DSP to it's passing to the DSP to the DAC. DAC from DAC it returned to the AGC. So these are the auto adaptive noise controller system, where the power management coming from the boost converter, DC to DC buck converter, LDO, where LDO means low dropout regulator, or LDO regulator. It is a DC linear voltage regulator that can regulate the output voltage even when the supply voltage is very close to the output voltage. The advantage of a low dropout voltage regulator over other DC to DC regulator include the absence of switching noise, smaller device size, as greater noise simplicity. The disadvantage is that unlike the switching regulator, linear DC regulator must dissipate power and thus heat across the regulation device in order to regulate the output voltage. So LDO, or low dropout regulator, and the supply voltage supervisor. So basically these are the system of the ANC, or your noise controller. So this system increasingly rely on integrated system on a chip, and equipped with a high performance standard CPUs and software infrastructure. The real-time computing resources are needed to quickly implement and complete feedback control loops so that the ANC solution will work properly. The ideal method for implementing such a solution uses digital signal processing. A typical ANC based automotive system employs 4 or 5 audio system woofer and adds 3 to 6 microphones. With this setup, the system can reduce noise in the 32 to 50 Hz range and in a common passenger compartment. Now coming to the design features, ANC generates a waveform anti-phasor, what is 180 degree, that fits perfectly to that disturbance source. To get better result, the ANC system should also be located close enough to the source of noise, mostly transmitted in one direction. The ANC system leverage one of the two fundamental methods, adaptive deletion method and the synthetic method. Adaptive deletion method, it is based on one or more microphone to detect the noise and generate an anti-noise wave. And synthetic synthesis method, it involves the sampling and storing a number of noise cycles, with generating an anti-noise waveform based on stored information. The ANC is particularly useful for the applications such as industrial equipment, dynamic system, and also. So students, so here we'll discuss complete about the computer control for pollution and noise. So after completing this, the student can easily understand about the noise. What is noise? They can easily understand the why noise is harmful. And they can easily understand about the effective methods. Those are methods effective methods are taken to reduce the noise, and they can easily understand about the ANC or audio noise controller system. So students, in the next class we'll discuss a new topic. So still then, stay at home and stay safe. Thank you so much students.